Hey guys, I'm here. I'm just humiliated with my desk. It just looks horrible. So I'm just going to cover it with a piece of paper so that it's not so, yucky. Anyways, how you guys doing? Can't find my big scissors. And I have the window open today, so you might hear a motorcycle or something go by, or a lawnmower, or something like that. Spring is starting to spring, but it's still cold downstairs here. So, oh, hey guys, how's it going? Hi Brenda, Letitia, hi Annette, Patricia, Alta, Carrie Ann, hi. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I know it's so funny. My mom is quite the. I mean, I am too, but when I'm in my own, like when I have my own yard and stuff. Sorry, this is gonna be super loud. So just a second. Let me just get this paper on here. I have those craft mats, on here, and I just like layer them up. So I've got like 5 of them all layered up there. But I'm just gonna put some paper over this real quick. Anyway, so yeah, my mom's quite the avid gardener, and man, she just I don't know, it just kills her all winter. She can't get out and do stuff in the yard, and so the first chance she gets, I mean, it's like 45 degrees outside, and she's out there. You can't stop her. It's crazy. It's super cute. Anyway, and she just works her butt off. She moved a whole bunch of bricks yesterday, or the day before. For edging. And, anyways, thanks. Thanks, Carrie Ann. Kathy. Yeah. I made that bracelet last night. I have projects that I keep in my bedroom that I can work on, while I'm watching YouTube. I never watch television. I can't even remember the last time I saw a commercial. Seriously. I just don't watch TV. Let me fold this a little bit. So, what are you guys doing today? Fashion day video of one of your reborn dolls? Oh, wow. I want to see that. Pauline, I don't know if I'm subscribed to your channel. Let me see. Let's see. Nope, I'm not. So now I am.
Okay, guys, gonna try this again.
Nah. Close that. All right. Sorry. Yeah, Kathy, I subscribe to YouTube Red, so I don't even see advertising on YouTube. It's worth the $16.99 to not see ads. Trying to get inspired about making this journal. So, are you talking about which journal? What journal? What are you working on, Judy? Is it a micro mini that you're talking about, or just a different journal? The micro journal. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just thought it would be, so initially I thought, okay, in Junk Journal Junkies, I think they did at one point they did like a mini journal that had to fit in a Sucrets can, or not a Sucret. Is it Sucrets? Anyway, those little mint cans. And I thought that was so cute, and so I just wanted to do something kind of like that, and I thought that would be different than what they did, but kind of along the same lines. I was going to, yeah, Altoids. That's right, Jessica, for sure, Altoids. So I thought that would be kind of fun, and I was initially going to say that I thought the journal should fit inside the box. Okay. But then I thought, well, if people don't actually have a box, then, that could be weird. But because then, like the journal cover, even if you don't have a playing card box, you could make one. So, yeah, so that was kind of my reasoning. So, what do you guys, what do you think is the biggest challenge with this? I'm just curious to know what you think is the biggest challenge. I'm sure most of you are going to say the size, but anyway, so I pulled out some boxes that actually have cards in them, and it's really hard for me embellishing it. Aristi, hi Aristi. They're too slippy. The cover, okay. Making small items to fit inside. Okay, so you're concerned about making it too fat, Laura. Hi. Okay. So you're saying that the cover itself is like too slippery. So like it's hard to glue stuff onto it and things like that. Yeah, and they can be because they've got, they're meant to be durable. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. And you go overboard, Laura, and you wind up making it too fat. Okay. Well, what's too fat? I mean, nobody said it couldn't be fat. I like to say fluffy as opposed to fat, but that's just me. Yeah, and the brand new cards are definitely slippy. Like, they're definitely slippy. Yeah, I mean, they just fly around. But, and now journal, and it was smaller than a stamp. Oh, Aristi, that's so cool. I made a little teeny tiny one too. A little nano journal. That would be fun. Right, Kathy? Your last one was obese. That's funny. Yeah. So I say fluffy. A nice fluffy journal. So these boxes are a tiny bit smaller than a standard playing card box. So I could still use this. It's the same height. It's just a teeny bit narrower. So I could just add a little bit of something on the end there to kind of bring it out to be the right size. Oh no, not the cards. No, we don't have to use the cards. No, just the box. Just the box. So what else was there? There was somebody was saying, okay, the cover is slippery, so yes, we can sand it and rough it up. Gesso, for sure. And yeah, it's messy, but you know, life is messy. I'm just rubber banding all of these decks so they don't get crazy. Just taking all the cards out of these boxes. You know, you could even just coat it with like Mod Podge or something. It depends on what you're trying to do on the cover, you know. I mean, you could do a lot of different things. I was thinking it would be cool to just cover it with paper, you know, and like fold it in around the edges and stuff, or even fabric. I mean, heck, you could even just staple stuff onto it if you wanted to, or you can leave the cover as it is and just kind of distress it, you know. That might be kind of cool on these. Maybe just gesso them and then, you know, so you could still see that, you know, it's one of these little cute kids games, you know. Yeah, Judy, I know. And so I make a lot of mini journals anyway, so I have a lot of stuff that that I can use. And that is definitely a challenge. Okay, hang on a second. Every small item I come across now for mini journals. Yeah, I know. I save all that stuff too, you know. So I'm just gonna so you notice like the back of the box, it has a section where it's like, see how it splits back right there? And that's to make it easier to like get the cards out. So, you know, I need to make sure I don't cut that section off. But, you know, I'm just going to cut off what we don't need on here. And I'm going to just do that on all of these. So, you know, it's hard for me to just work on one thing, right? So, I'm probably going to work on like 6. Yeah, Aristi, I know. I think they're really cute too, especially these ones. You know, these are cool too. They're, you know, absolutely. So there's no reason that you have to cover it. You don't have to. You don't have to do anything. You know what I mean? You don't even have to make the journal if you don't want to. Just saying. So I've never done this before. You know, I've never made a journal out of a playing card box before. So, you know what I mean? It's not like I've done it a million times and, you know, I have all the solutions. So, I just thought I thought it would be interesting. And also, you know, the junk journal kit that Care Heart is selling in her Etsy shop. That's made that you use the cassette tape cover. That's about the same size as this. So I don't know. I kind of thought that was a really cool idea too, you know. So I'm leaving that part, and then I'll just somehow secure it. Oh, and guess what I figured out, you guys? Haha, you'll be so proud of me. Look. Haha. I zoomed. So I'm saving these little pieces, right? And I'm just saving them because I don't know. I mean, I might use them. Yeah, okay. You're going to have to look for an old made deck to make my sister one with. Yeah, these are not old. this, I thought they were because the box is kind of old, or the box looks old, but this is 2002. So technically these are vintage though. Do I have another light to turn on? Why is that, Aristi? Does it look dark to you? I've never had anybody ask me that before, so. Yeah, and you guys, you got to talk to me in caps because, you know, it's hard for me to see all of the chat, you know what I mean? Okay, well, I'm sorry. No, I don't have another light I can turn on. And I'm right in front of two gigantic windows that have daylight coming in. And I have two lights on. So, I don't know. Maybe it's a setting on your computer or something. I don't know. But no, I don't have another light. I'm sorry. It's the same light setup I use when, you know, I make videos and stuff too. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so just cutting these apart and getting, whoops, I did that one backwards. Uh-oh. Oh, well. No biggie. See, I made it. Oh, well. So pay attention to that if you want to use the images on the box. Hi, Scotty. How you doing? Hey, Sandra. So yeah, like I said, I mean, I've not ever done this before either, so it's all new to me. So there is a part where it's, you know, glued together, and I'm just, you know, taking it apart at that spot. I might leave that on this one, and maybe I can use that as part of my closure or something. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. It got a little bit ripped and weird, so I'm just going to cut it off. If I need another closure, I can do that. And I don't know for sure if I'm going to like finish these today or not, but we can at least get started, you know. And you know what? The reason that I wanted to do this is mainly because, you know, there was questions in the group about it. And so I just thought, you know, I'm just going to play along and see if we can, yeah, and that's a good idea, Judy, to just fold all that in and glue it down and use it to make the cover a little bit thicker. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm cutting it off, but that's just me. You know, I like things to be, I don't know, controlled. I don't know. I might be controlling. So, and I've been thinking about, okay, what to do, like, you know, do I cover them, or I could do a couple different things. I pulled out, I have this bag of little, you know, little frames, and I thought it might be kind of cool to put one of these on the cover, or this, you know, it's the smaller ones or something. And I don't know, I'm probably gonna go with like a vintage type of theme, you know what I mean? Because, well, I have a lot of that kind of stuff, so I might cover one or two of these with like a book page. or something. Oh, now I know why I cut the wrong end or the wrong side off of the box, because on these, the part that it's glued together on is on the other side of the box. So, see, it's right there. I love cutting paper. I don't know what it is, but something about the sound of it and just the feeling of cutting paper. No, I did not make them, Jessica. They came like in a, they were already like painted like that, and I got them at Tuesday morning. Yeah, and I turned off the autofocus. I'm so smart. Oh, come on. And of course, this one is super stubborn. There we go. So if you don't have a playing card box to work with, oh, I ripped it right there. Oh, well. You know, then you could just make something out, you know, you could just make it out of chipboard, the same dimensions, you know, and it doesn't have to be a certain number of, you know, pages or anything like that. I just think that it would be best if we keep the spine at whatever that measurement was. Let's see. So on a standard playing card box, it is 2.5 by basically 3.5. It's actually, yeah, 3.5. And then the spine is a 1/2 inch. So, yeah. So I'm going to save some of these pieces that I kind of like. I don't know if I'll use them or not, but I don't like to throw everything away, you know? Not just right off the bat, anyway. So I've been disassembling these books that I got at that estate sale. I don't know if you guys saw my video of the when I went to that estate sale with my mom, and I got all those sewing patterns. Well, the guy that is running that estate sale, him and his brother, they buy storage units. That's what he told me. And so they had another one the next weekend. Okay, so just this last weekend. They had one the weekend before last, and then one this last weekend. And anyway, so I bought a set of, they had, all their books were 25 cents. So I got a set of the Audubon Nature Encyclopedia. So there's 12 in the set. And oh my goodness. Like, these are just amazing books. The paper is so nice. It's just like super silky soft, and the set was published in 65. Yeah, 1965. And I don't honestly think anybody ever even looked at these books. The spines are all like not even cracked. You know what I mean? See? It's like, oh my God, they're just beautiful. And Audubon, right? So there's a lot of like paintings and stuff like that in these. On the very first, there's 12 in the set. So on the first book, right inside the front cover, there was a you were published in 1958. That's true, Scotty. They could be tabs. Anyways, it said, on the first page, the flyleaf page, it said set of 12, and they were asking $65 at some point somewhere in life. But anyways, so yeah, I'm disassembling all of these books, and I've gotten two of them taken apart so far, and I'm actually separating the signatures and keeping as many pages as I can, keeping them all intact, so that and I'm thinking that maybe I could make journals out of each one of these covers and make them all kind of like nature journals, so, and then I could use the pages. So yeah, the covers are a nice size. They're a little bit thin for my taste, but I could actually make them a little bit thicker. I could just cut that part off, but I do like that part, so anyway. Or I could just make them like writing journals or something. And so that's kind of what I'm thinking about with these, is not necessarily going crazy with my embellishing and that kind of stuff, because I don't really go crazy with embellishing anyways, but I thought it would be fun to just maybe make them kind of cute. See, that one's backwards too. Yeah, I messed that up good. But anyways, and then just maybe fill them with like writing paper, and then add like a couple of pocket pages throughout them, I don't know. So I think I'm going to cover them with book paper though. So let me go grab a couple of some book pages and see what I can do. Oh, let me just show you this other little book that I got. I bought this off of eBay. Super cute little pocket guide. 1951. I don't know if I'm going to cut this book apart or not, but isn't that pretty? They're all drawings. It's just a great size. And so this is Land Birds East of the Rockies. So there's one that's west of the Rockies too. I didn't get that one. Sorry. Okay, searching for book paper. Don't have to go too far. All right, well, it was easy enough. So I think I'm going to use the aircraft maintenance book pages. And I'm going to cover all these journals with that, I think. But first I need to make the covers a little larger on those other two. Or those other 4, I guess. I know, isn't this a cute little book, Pauline? I just love it. I paid a lot more than I probably should have for it, but that's okay. This is my favorite. This is my favorite book to use pages from, just because I like the like all of the like little graphs and all that stuff, and the little I don't know. I just love this book. Anyway, So I'm going to use some of these. And I'm just going to use double stick tape. But I am going to make these a little tiny bit larger. And what am I going to use to do that? Let's see. I could just use some like super heavy cardstock, you know, because basically that's, I mean, these aren't much thicker than a heavy cardstock. Let me see. So I have, these are from the Fat Quarters, the fabric that I bought the other day, and this is like a chipboard. So I'm going to use those. So I need to make these, let's see. Kids are so loud. Yeah, that's true. Garden Flowers in Color is my favorite book, Laura. You're right. You're right. The Airplane Maintenance book is my second favorite. Oh, okay, so I need to make it 3.5. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut these 3.5 by 2.5. And yeah. So how many do I need? I need 8 of them. You guys didn't know I was going to be making like 14 of these, did you? Sorry, but for me, like, it's just as easy to make 12 of something as one. And it's hard for me to just put the work into just making one. Like, I feel like I'm wasting my energy if I don't just go ahead and make like a bunch. You know what I mean? It's kind of like cooking, like making mashed potatoes. I've used this analogy before. If I'm making mashed potatoes, I might as well make a gigantic batch of mashed potatoes rather than just making, you know, 4 potatoes worth. You thought I was going to make one, Karla? Okay, how many did I do? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I did enough for 4. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do that for the other ones too, just kind of for consistency. So they all sort of have the same thickness on the covers. All right. Save those for something. Yeah, mass quantities. Exactly. All right. Maybe I should just glue them. I could just use hot glue. That's what I usually do. So I am a little concerned about this part, but I think doing this is going to solve that. I can't really put this on the inside because, well, it's going to change the thickness, like, so I wouldn't be able to put as many like pages in it if I'm trying to maintain the cover. I guess it's not that much. I'm not losing that much by doing that. So, see, these boxes aren't quite as wide as the standard playing card box, so that's why I'm, you know, concerned about it. Plus, I'd like to make the covers a little bit heavier. So, this is a double thickness on the edge of these. So, well, pretty much. I don't know. I mean, it's not like they have to be like bulletproof, right? I do like them to be kind of sturdy, though. Oh, Tracy. Okay. Have a good one. Sleep good. I'm not sure where you are in the world, but anyways, thanks for coming and visiting. Yeah, these ones have that little flap too. So anyways, I don't know. Ugh. I'm gonna glue them. So this is Aileen's tacky glue that I put into a different bottle because it had kind of dried out a little bit, like the cap was left off of it. And then I lost the little cap for it and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so that's why it's in here. Thanks, Scotty. Thanks, you guys. I should probably get something to spread glue on, huh? It's rare. I don't use wet glue that often, you guys, so I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just kidding. I do. I'm going to use this. It's going to stick on there, but that's okay. You guys really need me to stay zoomed in? I mean, do I have to? Use Fabri-Tac on everything? Yeah, I know a lot of people do. A lot of people do. So putting this on there is actually solving the issue with that little flap too, so that's cool. Yeah, I'm going to cover these all with book paper. Okay, I might not do all 6 of them like while you guys are watching. I'll try to like move forward. I'll do 2. Okay, I'll do 2. And then I can finish the other ones up on my own time. Because this could be pretty boring just watching me glue stuff together. So I'm thinking about doing a like a workspace type video, and I was gonna call it my like naked workspace. Oh, I don't know, Scotty. Why do you always ask me questions? No, I don't mind it at all. It's fine. I just because um I don't not like it. It's just that I worry that I'm not in frame more when it's zoomed in. That's all. Hi, Dottie. I didn't see you. How you doing? You like seeing people's workspace? Well, I was going to do it naked, so I thought that could be fun. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm probably going to cover up all of the covers on these, you guys. So it doesn't matter. All right. So I can get rid of that. And because I don't want, let's see. I think I want to try to keep part of this visible. Like, I like people to kind of know like what the book is that I'm working on, you know. So the book pages, I mean. I like it to be like evident what the book was that the book pages came from. Where's my pokey thing? Oh, here it is. That's probably crooked, but who cares? And so how many of you guys like have your books already done? Your micro mini journals already finished? Besides Kathy. I know Kathy's got like 100 done. You know what? I better put some extra tape here. I didn't on that one, but I think I better. I should. All right, and I forgot to kind of come down a little bit on that one so I could wrap the book paper around it. So I made sure and gave myself a little bit of a gap up here at the top on this one. So I'm eyeballing, you guys. Yeah, oh well, I'll figure it out. It's not that big a deal. And I'll save every single little scrap of this paper because I love this book. All right. So just kind of gently bending this because the paper is going to pull just a little bit and I don't want to tear it. So I'm just kind of gently like working it so I don't rip it. Where's my little teeny scissors? Oh my god, I lose everything. Oh, there they are. Actually, I'm just going to miter that. This is not my usual, you know, method of making a book, you guys, just so you know. I mean, I've done this before, but this isn't like my forte. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this tape is pretty cool, Judy. It's really easy to work with, and obviously comes in lots and lots of different widths. So I'm just going to use the real super skinny stuff on these edges. Those kids making all kinds of noise. I am going to miter this too, you guys. I just haven't done it yet. I'm going to be putting something on the inside too, so I don't really care so much about what this looks like. You know, and plus it's a junk journal, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. So put a little piece right there. Okay. Yeah, I get it off of Amazon too, that tape. I use a lot of it when I make like cards and stuff, you know. I don't usually use it that much when I make journals. I made 450 Christmas cards for my son last year. He wanted to send Christmas cards to many of his clients, and yeah, so I, of course, volunteered to make cards for him so he didn't have to buy them, you know. I know. And what's funny, well, I did a lot of the work that I put into making those cards. A lot of the work I actually did while I was at work. So a lot of the like assembly and stuff, you know, and like cutting things and that kind of stuff. It was really fun. I mean, I made all the envelopes and everything. They weren't like super, you know, involved, but they did have like stamped elements and punched elements, stuff like that. They were really cute, actually. And then I made some that were just, you know, like washi tape Christmas trees. I did wreaths. I did like a wreath with a bow, and then so like each wreath was punched out of a different paper, and yeah, they were really cute. This paper is slightly brittle, so I have to be kind of careful on the edges. But I think I'm going to wind up like distressing these anyways, so I don't really care a lot if it like cracks, you know? What the heck is going on right there? Yeah, that was crazy. And he'd come over and pick up like a, and then his girlfriend actually hand addressed all of them and stuff, which I thought was pretty cool. I am, Amber. I'm making a tiny junk journal. Making a teeny tiny little junk journal. This is the size that we're doing in the Junk Journal Connections Facebook group. We're doing a swap with micro mini junk journals, and so made out of a playing card box, and so that's what these are. For Yellow Rose. Hi, TL. And who's Yellow Rose? And thanks for coming, you guys. You'll have to add that to your 100 Things challenge, Amber. What is that? Oh my God. I definitely don't need a 100 Things challenge. I have enough challenges. So I'm going to use some of these pieces as pages. I'm also going to cover the inside of that. So, you know, I can use things like this. Talking about like little things that you can use in your journal, you know. There's no reason that, you know, you couldn't just put this in there in a little pocket, you know, and to make it look like you care about it. Oh, I used the 1/2 inch. Oops. You could just round the corners, you know what I mean? And put that in a pocket. That kind of thing. All right. So what to cover the inside with? I think I'm going to just do, I'm going to do just like some kind of pattern paper, you know. and some kind of coffee dyed pattern paper. Yeah, and then I'll make pocketses. Oh, that's cool. Use what you have and make 100 things. Yeah, micro mini clusters, Laura. Absolutely. That's funny. Okay, I'll make a couple micro mini clusters, all right, while we're here. And I'll use one on the covers of these. I can do it. I know I can. All right. So what am I doing? Okay. Cut the paper, Jessica. All right, so I want to make this. Oh, this is like so reminiscent of like scrapbooking to me or something. Oh, okay. So 3.5 by, what's the like total length on this? 5 3/4. All right. So let's see. So I'm gonna go a little shy of 5 3/4. And what did I say? 3.5? Right. Duh. Okay. I'm pretty sure I had some paper already cut that I could have used, but whatever. Okay, and that's going to go in my stack of paper to use in the journal. This can get used in the journal, right? It's little. Just fold it up, and ink the edges of it. You know, so it looks like you care about it. And then, yeah. So this can go in the journal. We could even just like fold it in like that, you know, and make it even tinier. And then it's like a little book, kind of. There. So there's 2 things we can stick in the pockets already. Anyways, so this is going to go on the inside. I'm actually going to cut that a tiny bit shorter. I have 15 journals that I'm working on, you guys. 15, I tell you. I finished 2 of them last night. Thanks, Patricia. It's, you know, it's getting there. I think it's going to be cute. I've made a lot of little tiny books, you know. I've given away a lot of them. But, you know. All right. So this one, yeah, I mean, I have some little like gaps and stuff, but I don't care because those are going to get covered up with other things. So not a big deal. And the top of this one, I'll probably just take a piece of paper, fold it over, and like glue it on there. You know what I mean? And I'll just make it cute. So, so for the center, I don't actually need to put this paper down the middle, but I'm going to do it anyways. Because I'm going to stitch the signatures in. But I think it'll look nice if I do that, so. Okay, let's see. Yeah, and see, it's going to wind up like pulling. So, I don't know. I'm sure it'll be okay, but yeah, it's going to wind up, so it's going to wind up kind of folding a little bit funky when I tape this down and then when I close the book up, but it should be okay. You guys know what I'm saying? Stitched over what tape? Stitch over it with what? Alta, what are you talking about? I'm not using my sewing machine on this, if that's what you're saying. I'm not going to use my sewing machine. Yeah, that's all right. Oh, did I put a piece of cardboard in the spine? No, I didn't, because it's a double thickness of chipboard anyways. And honestly, like, I am not extremely concerned about, like, durability here. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm concerned about it, but, I mean, it's not like, it's not like I'm trying to, you know, I don't know. I'm not expecting this book to, like, survive, like, through the ages. You know what I mean? I'm kind of expecting that somebody will, you know, do something with it and then probably put it in a box or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? All right. Yeah, there we go. And I just got to put something across the top on that one so that it covers up that raw edge on the top. Oh, okay, Alta. Yeah, no, I'm gonna use a needle and some wax cotton probably. I was all confused. I was like, what is she talking about? Yeah. Nah, I'm not using a sewing machine today. I picked up another sewing machine though, you guys, at the thrift store. I don't know if I told you. Got it for 25 bucks. It's actually not a bad machine. It's a Sears Kenmore. And it just does a straight stitch and a zigzag, and it's pretty heavy duty, and I'm happy with it. Not bad for 25 bucks. And, you know, it looked like whoever owned it previously really cared for it. So, yes, exactly. I'm not... Exactly, Yellow Rose. I'm not putting it in the Smithsonian. No. So, anyways, yeah, it's a good machine. Disappointed with that heavy duty Singer. I really am, and I know a lot of other people have been. So, okay, so what am I going to put on here to kind of cover that up? You know what? I'm not going to cover it up. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ink it with Inky Gold. Yeah. Nap time ran into playtime, and that's so cute. That's so cute. Good morning. I love Inca Gold. I just love it, love it, love it. So, let's see. I'm going to put some on the outside too. I don't know exactly where I'm going to go with this book, you guys. I'm just, at this point, just kind of playing, and, I don't have any, like, rules set up for it. I see it. I see a problem, and I'm just trying to solve the problem. So the problem was that I had that raw edge up there because I didn't cut the paper wide enough. And, so I'm just covering it up. Nobody'll ever know. You know what I mean? We're working on it, Anne. We're working on it. Making some beauties. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And I'm obviously not into, like, I don't know, like, I don't care, like, if I get a little bit of ink in some weird spot, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter to me. I just feel like that's where it was supposed to be, if that's what happened. So, a lot of people can't really work like that. I don't really have a problem with it. It is, Amber. It's nice it is permanent when it's dry, yeah. If you've never worked with it before, it's kind of interesting. It's like, it's wax. It's not completely wax. It's got wax in it. So it's kind of cool because you can, like, build it up in places, like you can fill in like little spots with it too. Like you can kind of use it almost like a modeling type of thing, paste, I like to seal it if it's real thick, or if it's in an area where it's going to get, like, movement, you know what I mean? But, like, this part on here, I'm not worried about that. The part on, like, if I use it on fabric, then, I would seal it with something, because that's going to move, and it'll start to, like, flake off. But, yeah, I mean, it's pretty permanent. It's water-based product, so if it gets wet, I'm sure it's probably not real happy. So, okay, maybe it's not permanent then. I mean, permanent enough. It's not technically an ink, though, I don't think. What size are these? These are the size of a playing card box. So, 3.5 by 2.5 is the dimension of the cover, and then the spine is a 1/2 inch. So, Fiona. The thing that's cool about Inca Gold that I like is that you can buff it. You can just buff it with your fingers, and it gets real super shiny. And then I like to take a little bit of distress ink to it. I just like what that does. Yeah, it is the Viva brand. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jessica, it is. See, I have Inca Gold all over my ink pad too. Oh my goodness. Etsy just did some weird stuff there. Yeah, there's I know they have a lot of colors of Inca Gold. There are a lot of colors. I prefer like the more gold metal tone ones. I do have some like I have like the I need to re-ink that. I have like the pink and the red and the turquoise. I don't have the blue. I was thinking about getting the blue. So I'm just kind of like distressing these on the inside a little bit, you know. And that paper cracked just a little bit on the edge here, so I'm just kind of inking that a little bit extra, you know. So yeah, no, don't buy anything, Amber. You're not supposed to buy anything. Thanks, Mary Lou. Thanks. It's yeah, it's just a vintage photo. If you're talking about the ink, the Inca Gold color that I'm using is the what is this one? It's just the gold. Yeah, so yeah, I learned that yeah, since it's water based, it just people say, you know, like if it gets hard, because it will harden in the jar. Um, there's really not a lot you can do except for like keep it moist with like a baby wipe or something. But it will start to get hard. And a lot of people say to use glycerin and water to soften it again, but I did it with just water and it worked just fine. So, you know, I just put like a little tiny dropper full of water in there, and because these were like hard as rock, okay, inside I almost gave up on them. Like I was going to throw them away and never buy this stuff again. And then I saw a video of somebody, you know, saying, hey, you know, maybe I could do this or that, whatever. And the water worked. So, or she used glycerin and water. And so I just tried just water. I have glycerin, but I wanted to try just water. And so I just put a little dropper full of water in there, closed it back up. And within a couple hours, it was all soft and, you know, nice again. So anyway, all right. So, and I did buy baby wipes, guys. Aren't you proud of me? Got baby wipes. So I have enough baby wipes to last me like for a lifetime. I got 2 of those giant refills in the cardboard box. They had them at Walgreens for $9 for the 368 wipes. And these are the natural care ones, so they don't have any odor and they're real sturdy. I like them. Those will last me a long time. Okay, so let's see. I think I'm going to do these each with 2 signatures, okay? Just because I think that that's the easiest thing to do. Yeah, so I'm going to get some more paper. Let me pull out some more paper. Well, first of all, I do want to have just some plain, you know, coffee dyed paper in them. So let's get, we don't need a lot, right? Because these are tiny pages. So a couple sheets of that. I'm going to go grab a couple more book pages. And then I've got like this bunch of pages, bunch of things from other like mini journals that I've made. So, excuse me. So we'll just kind of go through this stuff and see what we can use out of here. Oh, one thing I would like to use. I want to use a couple little glassine bags, little glassine envelopes. So let's pull out a couple of those. So we can do two in each one of that size. And then have the little teeny tiny ones too, so I can attach a couple of those here and there. So let's see, this pocket page is way too big. So this is just yeah, I don't want to use that. So this is just a piece of like ephemera from a haul. There are these little like coupons for like if you visit Paris. It's like this little I'm trying to find it. Oh, look at, and I have all this old, these old like pages out of like an old, super old notebook. I'm gonna use some of those. Yeah, and then I could sell these for $1 million. Huh, Laura? Oh, and then I have these little things. These are from like an old like Hallmark date book thing that they gave away. Oh, I can use a whole bunch of my old ephemera, right? Got some receipts. Okay. These are just old receipts from somebody. Could make some cards with that, some journaling cards with that. The low price of $1 million. I know. And then let's see, some advertising. So this is just me, right? This is just like the stuff I have, but you know, it's like cut out pieces from magazines or you know, book pages, whatever, just scraps, you know. It's a good thing to use up scraps, like a micro mini journal. Oh, you're leaving, Judy? Okay. I'll see you later. Okay, that's too big. That's too big. That I can use. That I can use. This is a map. Map pages. Let's see. This is a envelope. I can use that. Book page. These are kind of a weird shape. I don't want to use those. It's got some sheet music. Some like really tiny like sheet music. Could use a couple. So this is one thing. Okay, as far as like the thickness of the book, you know, definitely is going to depend a little bit on the paper you use. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to use like super thick paper in these little guys, I would say. These are half pages from a French dictionary. Something about, you know, the French dictionary. Those are glassine bags. These are really old glassine envelopes. Okay, so here's like a little pocket page that I think will work. Yeah, see, it's just a little pocket page. This one will work. It's a little too wide, so I'm gonna... And I'll show you guys how I made these here in just a second. They're super, super, super easy. So I like to do a pocket page in the centers of my signatures. This is just like a wax paper bag, you know, pieces of a wax paper bag. Other papers that are super thin, tracing paper. Let's see. Oh, what was I going to say? Deli paper. Deli paper is cool. It's super thin. What are these? Oh, those are glassine envelopes too. And then onion skin, a little bit of onion skin paper. See, I never throw away anything like that's even a little bit usable, you know? Thanks, Alta. I'm going to do 2 signatures in each one. So I'm pulling out enough stuff where I feel like I can use one of each like item in each signature, you know? So, and this is just kind of a starting point, you know? I do have a lot of crap, that's for sure. I'm not going to lie. I have a lot of stuff. But I use a lot of stuff too, you know what I mean? So, you know. And I like to have a lot of options. So, but I do like to use up this stuff too. I don't just like hang on to it. So, onion skin paper can be different weights, Jamie. It can be, you know, different thicknesses. So, like this is onion skin paper, and I don't know what the like rating is on it or whatever, because it's like vintage paper. So I'm not sure if they use the same like rating. You know what I mean? But so this is onion skin paper, and you can see it's definitely got. This is the what do they call this? It's like the cockle finish or something. It's sort of like bumpy a little bit. And then this is also onion skin paper, but it's a lot thinner. But it's typewriter paper. So this is a lot thinner, and it's not, you know, transparent like tracing paper, but it is kind of like the same weight. So this has got like a tooth on one side, you know, it has some tooth on this side, and then the other side is kind of like shiny. So it's sort of like tracing paper. Kind of. It can have a similar texture for sure. So this is an old like gentleman's like handbook, you know. And so I'm just pulling out a few pages out of here because they're little and cute. Just scraping the glue off of the outside of that page. Okay, I don't need any more of that. Oh, you know what else I do want to use? Got the old oh, where is it? Here it is. This is the Latin dictionary. Let's see. I can pull a signature off of here. So obviously, I mean, I'm doing like vintage kind of style because that's the kind of stuff that I have. You know what I mean? So, I mean, obviously other people are going to do different things for the swap, and that's totally cool. Just because I do a lot of like vintage stuff doesn't mean that I don't like other stuff, you know. I like all kinds of stuff. I have all kinds of different junk journals that I've made. Different styles, like art journals and stuff like that, that are, you know, jelly plate printing and all different kinds of things. So this is just kind of what I've fallen into, and it's what I have the most of. So yeah, isn't that cute, that little map? I know, I saw that. That is really cute right there. It's the time zones. So I have this big pile of stuff, right? And I guess I could use like the little trimmer. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball a lot of it because I know basically what size these need to be. Okay. Then I'm going to organize it. I need to cut down this plain paper though. I know, I have a big mess going here. This is 28-pound typing paper, or, you know, printer paper. It's a little bit thick. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to use that because space is definitely at a premium, right? And I don't really want to take up a lot of room with that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use a little bit more of this. Yeah, I'm not sure, Marie, I'm not sure how many pages I'm going to wind up with. But we shall see. It's kind of up in the air at this point. So I'm just going to cut some of this down. It's real thin, and this is going to make it so that I can add more pages, right? So I know we're 3.5 inches tall, so I'm just going to go 3 1/4. All right. And then I leave them wide like that because I'll fold them in. Okay, so these I think I can make into like a pocket page, all right? So what I'm going to do is just kind of, I want to preserve that map. So I'm going to fold this up to the, ooh, that's splitting right there. This is really the only time that I use washi tape. Just trying to find the thinner. I really don't use a lot of washi tape, even though I have goo gobs of it. Here we go. I like this thinner, the Tim Holtz like tissue tape, you know, because it's thin. Okay, so I'm just going to put a strip of that on there, and then I'm folding this up. So I'm just folding that up, you know, however tall I want the page to be, right? And then I'll fold it in this way, and then I'll take the edge of the page and fold it back, you know. And this is just kind of a pocket page that I make all the time because it's easy, you know. So that's a cute little page. Still some snow from. So if you want, I'm not sure if you're talking to me, unless it's like in caps and stuff, and I don't want to like go answering questions that you're really asking somebody else. So if you are asking me something in particular, then if you don't mind, just put it in all caps, and then I know for sure. All right, so I'm going to have 4 signatures all together. And I know I already had one pocket page. Where'd it go? Here it is. This one's this one's kind of thick. I don't think I'm going to use it. So I need to make 4. And I may wind up with more pockets, you know, like pages that are real long or wide or whatever. I'll wind up making those into pockets too, probably. Okay, one more. So I put all my links in the description today. I don't know if it worked or not. If someone wouldn't mind making sure, that would be awesome. I figure stuff out like every day, just saying. So then with this page, what I wind up doing is just gluing. All you ever have to glue is like just that little edge right there. And then it's all held together. So anyway, all right. So let's keep these. I'm going to use some paper clips to kind of keep this stuff organized. Okay, there's our pocket pages. I need a sip of coffee. Okay, right on. Thank you, Jamie. Okay, and then so I'm just making sure that this stuff is going to like fit in there, right? If it's a little too big, I'm just trimming it off. These are the matte pages that I kind of just cut apart on the paper trimmer. Okay, where's the rest of them? All right, and then I have these. Okay, these are the matte pages. So I'm just kind of separating these out into little bundles because I'm going to make 4 signatures and I want to make sure that each signature kind of has like the same stuff in it. You know what I mean? I mean, it doesn't really matter, but that's just kind of the way I don't know. I like to stay organized like that. So these are the, like from the French dictionary. So I'm just gonna, I know that they're all a little bit too big. So I think this is stuff that I had used in like a micro mini that, I mean, okay. And the term like micro mini, it's kind of relative. You know what I mean? Like you can make a micro mini journal that's a lot smaller than this or a lot bigger than this and still call it a micro mini, you know. So these, some of these are, you know, folded crooked and that kind of thing. So, I mean, that doesn't necessarily bother me that much. Okay, and then this is the Latin dictionary pages. I hate that they're just a tiny bit too big. This paper is really thin. Jesus, it's like tissue. Ah! There. Okay. I almost think I don't really want to cut it off, but don't really want to use it sideways either. So I think I'm going to just trim off like the margins and see how that works. I don't know. I don't like it that way that much, but that's okay. Yeah, that's going to work. All right. These are pages from like a stamp catalog, so I'm going to leave those a little bit wide. And then I'll like fold them back in the book, you know, and leave them in, you know, like that. So just kind of random book pages that I pulled out. Just kind of trimming them down. I don't like that envelope. All right, so here's another like bundle of no, I'm gonna sew them in. I'm gonna stitch them in, TL. Okay, so this is just like some advertising. How wide do I want this? All right, so I'm going to fold it this way and then pretty legs, huh? Okay, and then that way. Yeah. This is basically what I do with my big journals too, you know. I mean, I kind of just it's almost like I take what I want to use and just like make it fit, you know. That's basically what I do. And then, you know, sometimes oh, I just totally lost my train of thought. I don't know what I was talking about. So this one I'm cutting it in half and then it's going to go that way. And this is some advertising that I printed out onto I always forget the name of that paper. It's not vellum. Can't remember. Okay, so this is sort of like another category right here. This needs a rubber band. Now this seems like a lot to go through, doesn't it? All right. So this is onion skin paper. Some of them are just the perfect height. And so those are the ones I'm going to use. This is like the heavier onion skin paper. So I want to make sure each signature gets at least one of those. These are the, this is the really thin onion skin paper. So these I'm gonna fold them in half and then, whoops. Each signature will probably get like 2 of these or more. This paper's pretty thin. Yes, parchment paper, Laura. Thank you. That's what I was thinking. Yes. Parchment. How come I can't ever remember that? All right. Excuse me. Okay, so this I was going to use to make some cards with. These little glassine envelopes. Wait, I had another one. Oh. Okay. And then these old receipts and stuff, I'm just going to fold them in half. And if I wind up having to fold them again in the book, then I will. Wait, is that? Yeah, that's a good width. I love these little things. These are so cute. Okay, and then this is that old like notebook. It's got somebody's like writing in there. Can you guys see that? Yeah, somebody was... I can't even read that. It's so tiny. Oh, okay. So these. Hi, Elizabeth. How's it going? How have you been? Been watching a lot of your videos lately. Just kind of binging you. I don't know if you knew that about me, but I have been. Good. That's good. Awesome. Yeah, I can tell. I can tell you've been busy. Okay. So there's 6 of these, and I really need 4 of everything, so I'm going to make up for that with these. And I'm just like folding in the edges on these because I know that they're a little bit too wide already. Like I already know that. So I'm just doing it now. I don't know. I could do it later, but I'm doing it now. Anyways, all right. So those go in there with those. Now, I do want to use a little bit of this book paper. Let me get rid of this trash. Yeah, stalker alert. I know. I'm all over it. Okay. Only thing about the airplane maintenance book is that it is a little bit brittle. And so it doesn't stand up to a lot of folding. But what can you do? It's still like the coolest book paper ever. Okay. And it's not that bad. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what it is about this paper. It's the texture of it and the writing on it. It's just awesome. Thanks for the thumbs up, you guys. I appreciate it. I really do. I really, really, really do. So I'm still thinking about my giveaway. Like I've got to do my 1,000 subby giveaway, and I feel kind of bad about it because I haven't like figured it out yet. I mean, I was all over that 300 subby giveaway. So I've got to do that, and mainly all I need to do is just figure out what I'm giving away. You know what I mean? So I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Okay, so I'm going to cut this piece of pattern paper to use in my signatures too. And then I'll kind of tie it together with like the end papers or whatever. Not the end papers, but I don't know what you call those. Anyway. I feel like I'm rushing because it's almost like 2 hours now, but I know 1,000 is so awesome. Total like mind blown, right? For me, I don't know. I think it's just crazy cool and awesome. And you guys are just the sweetest ever. The sweetest subbies on the planet. Just saying. Okay. So yeah, that naked workspace video is going to be really cool. Oh, no, I'm not. All right. Just getting junk out of the way now because I'm going to like start kind of. So we have 2 journals, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a stack. I'm going to do 2 signatures on in each journal, right? So each signature is going to get one of those. Like that. If I don't have enough to go 4 more, I'm going to set those aside. So then I go like that, 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 that. Then I've got these glassine envelopes. I've got, you know what? Okay, fine. Stay like that because they're not going to stay in their neat little pile. Okay, wait, what? Oh, Dottie, you're leaving? Okay, love you. Hold on just a second. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. You're so sweet. Okay, wait, what is this about going shopping? Or for your giveaway, 1 day of thrift store shopping with Jessica. That sounds good to me. Wait, does that mean that you guys like buy the stuff or I have to buy the stuff? Okay, so this is the real thin onion skin paper. See, it's gonna, I mean, it's probably gonna wind up being kind of fluffy, right? This journal. Oh, that worked out perfect. Look at that. These are gonna be a little bit fluffy, but I think it's gonna be okay. I really do. So I know I have 4 of these. And I know I have 4 of these. Okay. And then these are the map pages. And then this is the French dictionary. And then this is the Latin dictionary. Some are going to get, you know, some stuff. Some are going to get other stuff. So, okay. And then this is the advertising. Oh, it's a little heavy. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then I think I have enough for glassine bags and envelopes in these so far. Are you leaving, Mary Lou? Sorry. Sorry you gotta go. Thanks for visiting. And then I'm putting a pocket page in each one. Okay. So this is what I always wind up with, you know. I always wind up with a little like pile of stuff that I didn't use. And then it just goes back in the, you know, rotation, basically. That's what happens. So, yeah, so then I've got all my signatures, and I'm pretty sure each one has enough stuff in it, you know. So take something that'll fit around all of it. And this is what I would do, like, if, you know, I was making, say, 10 journals, right? Like, I'm going to take all the stuff that goes in each signature, put it all in the book, and see, I can tell that that's going to be just fine. You know what I mean? Like, that's going to be fine. No worries at all. And then I'll just put a rubber band around it so it all stays together. So let's put these signatures together. So I'll just kind of spread stuff out. And I usually like to have my pocket page in the center, so I'll put that down first. And then I like to try to disperse like plain pages, meaning pages that are not written on or anything, or that are intended for writing on, throughout the book. I try not to put two pocket type pages right next to each other. Just kind of telling you the stuff that I think about as I'm doing this. I don't really like to use book pages right next to each other either, but, you know, what can you do? Sometimes you just have to do that. So then I've been putting these in upside down because I like to use the flap as a little I like to use the flap as a little pocket. Let's see, and then that. It's a lot of pages, huh? There's a lot of pages in each one of these. Bye, Mary. Bye, Mary. Thanks for coming and visiting. Have a good night. Okay. So there. That's a signature. One little signature. So this page that's kind of sticking out, I'm just going to fold it in. That's what I do. You know, I just fold it in. And then later on, as I go through the book, I can decide if I want to either cut that off or do something else with it. So see, it's going to fit. And I use rubber bands for just about everything in my life. I don't know. I just like them. So then this is going to get glued in or taped in or something somewhere in that signature. So that's why I'm kind of keeping it there. Hi, Care. How's it going? How you doing? We're doing a little tiny junk journal. These are almost the same size as your little you know, cassette tape ones. Kinda. Aww. Cool. So after our conversation last night, huh? That's cool. I'm really proud of you. I wish I could have gone, and I wish I could have seen you. I think I was sleeping. I totally would have. I'm glad you did that. It's not so bad. I like it. I mean, I don't know. I think it just kind of makes you, I don't know, because I don't know, like, I'm cool with talking to people, you know, like, being in, you know, working in a call center and stuff, like, I'm okay with, like, dealing with, like, people's attitudes and stuff like that. Not that any of you guys have an attitude, just saying. Well, I'm super proud of you. I am, and I don't know. I'm glad that that you can say that. You know, that I inspired you or helped you. That's awesome. Really, that like kind of chokes me up a little bit. Seriously. So I'm just kind of a big softie, you know. You love tiny junk journals. I know you do. I know you do. Well, I mean, I thought you did. So this page, I want to try to, yeah, I'm going to insert it right here because I didn't like winding up with so many of the same type of page all in the same spot. So I don't know. I'm sort of anal about that. I like to have a nice like disbursement through my journal of different types of pages. You know what I mean? So, oh, you're welcome. I want to watch the video. Yeah, I'm sure that it posted, right? I saw that. So I'll go back and watch that. All right, so that's basically, I'll do this one another time. We've kind of gone from making 6 down to 1, but I'll stitch this together with you guys. And we're getting a little bit long on time now, but I thought 2 hours would have been plenty of time for me to get that done. Awesome, awesome, awesome. How long did you stream for, Kara? So I'm going to use some wax linen. Trying to use like a smaller needle because I don't want to make big gigantic holes in some of the paper in here, you know. So what I'm going to do, this is just when I do like a book like that, when I do my pamphlet journals, I punch the pages and the cover at the same time. Okay, so when I do this kind of book, generally what I do is it's like really scientific. Okay, just kind of line these up and then I make like a mark with a pencil or something, right? Generally where I want. I mean, if I'm doing like a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, I'll try to make sure that my spacing is a little like more perfect. But since I'm not doing that, then I'm not going to do that. So then I'll just kind of eyeball, make a little line. That's where I want my holes to be lined up. And then I'm just going to punch. I'm eyeballing this, guys. Like, I eyeball everything. Okay. If it winds up being cattywampus, well, then, you know, so be it. But there. Okay. So got my needle threaded. I always make sure I have my needle threaded before I start punching holes in anything. So and then I'm just punching where I've got. So let's see. I'm going to tie my signatures off on the inside. This is like the most basic, like pamphlet stitch or whatever that you could possibly do. Through the back. One thing I like about working with wax linen is that it's really easy to knot, and it's not like super slippery. So like it's easy to keep your knot. This is the part you don't like, sewing the signatures. Yeah, it can be kind of a pain in the butt for sure. Not gonna say it's not. You kind of get a rhythm after a while, you know, after you've done a whole lot of them, Amber, and that helps. Like it's one of those things where once you've done a million of them, it's like secondhand, you know, it's second nature or whatever. I don't bother with using clips and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I know that a lot of people do that and they, you know, but I just hold on tight. You know what I mean? Like I just hold tight and I don't really ever have too much trouble with my signatures getting all cattywampus, you know? Yeah, I mean, if you struggle with sewing in signatures, I would say, you know, use the binder clips and stuff to hold everything together, you know, while you're doing this, because it's just going to make your life easier. So, yeah, embroidery thread is definitely, it's definitely more slippery. So, yeah, so I've got the two signatures stitched in, and you know, I try to allow a little bit of space in between the signatures for growth, you know, and then also a little bit on the back and a little bit in the front, you know. This is just basic, you know what I mean? But I just wanted to show you guys that you know, it's basically the same as making a big journal. It's just everything is slower, you know, or everything is smaller. That's all. Yeah, and that's absolutely right, Kara. I mean, if you don't want to stitch it, then, you know, then use the Midori method and just use a rubber band. Let's see. I'll count the pages, Anne, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it's 20 pieces of paper per signature. Okay, so it's like 40 pages all together in each signature. So then front and back, we've got 80 pages. So altogether, 160 pages in this little book, or, you know, front and back. For me, I take as long on the mini as I do on big journals. Yeah, so do I, Care. So do I. And it's, you know, it's just as much work making a little tiny journal, if not more work, just because it's so much more aggravating. It can be a lot more aggravating. You're welcome, Anne. I love you. I do. You know, do you guys want to see the journals I finished up last night real quick? Got a couple. Give you a little sneak peek. They're kind of similar to some of the stuff that I've been doing, obviously. Like, I'll tell you what, I'm sick and tired of flowers, man. I never want to see another flower as long as I live. No, I'm just kidding. I still have 20 of those flower journals I need to finish, you guys. They're different sizes. They're the smaller ones. So yeah, but these guys, I just want to say I'm super, super, super like excited about these particular journals. I just love them. I put so much ephemera in these, okay? So much like authentic, genuine ephemera from mostly from the 40s in these. Look at how fat they are. They're just fluffy and chunky. I haven't, some of the pages, some of the pockets I missed, so you know I have to go back, and I always do that, like, oh, you know what, here, see, it's easy to fill the pages, you know, to fill them up. Anyways, yeah, so I mean there's just a lot in each one of these books. But yeah, I'm tired of flowers, man. I did 20 flower journals, you know, and I used some of the advertising out of the Ladies' Home Journals, and yeah, so, and I save all my flyleaf pages, you know, because I love using those in books. I just think they're super cool. I coffee dyed some glassine bags, and a lot of the glassine envelopes that I have, they have this like grease pencil writing on them, and so they wound up with this like really funky, like, I don't know, it's really cool though. I like the way that they came out. Made some little pockets and stuff like that. These are basically just like all my other journals, except for that I used a lot of ephemera in these. Excuse me. And they have a lot more pages. These books are a little bit oversized. They have a lot more actual pages than some of my other like mini journals, you know. So a lot of fold out pages too, because this advertising is so big out of that big magazine. I didn't want to cut it up, so I just folded it over. Well, Anne, I tell you what, I'm making hold on. Oh. So I used for the most part I used patterns, like sewing patterns that were all like kind of disintegrating, right? They were all falling apart. Some of them, see, isn't this pretty? Isn't she so pretty? These ones aren't done. I'm probably going to try to finish these up tonight. But so I have 15 of them. And hi Josie. Anyway, isn't she adorable? I thought you would like her, Anne. She's right up your alley. Anyway, so yeah, I have 15 of them, and so I'm not going to list any of them until they're all done. Yeah, and so I made the new little hitch post deal. I did that on each one of these. So, and I just love it. I love these. Love, love, love them. Did I back what with fabric or cardstock? I'm not sure what you mean, Amber. Some of these have fabric on them. They're usually a combination of both, fabric and see they're like layered and stuff. So these ones aren't finished. So they go from flat to fluffy, right? This one's not done. This one is done. So that just kind of shows you what happens after I finish them up. Oh, the pattern envelopes, cardstock. They're actually watercolor paper is what they're built on. And then they have different layers and stuff. So it's actually a couple layers of paper and fabric, and they're real sturdy too. So these are a little wider than a regular like A6 insert, but there's a particular reason that happened, but that doesn't matter. Anyways, so yeah. Yep. All right, well, I just wanted to, let you guys have a little peek at those too. And look at her. Isn't she cute? Look at her. She's so cute. Okay. All right, Amber. Well, hope that answered your question then. Laura, you're funny. So that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. And who knows? I might actually get these all finished. They're pretty close. I mean, it takes me maybe 20 minutes or half hour or so to kind of finish them up. So we'll see. And then I will finish this guy and I'll post pictures on our Facebook group. I'm going to put some pockets on the inside of this and stuff. And then I might wind up, doing something with one of these little frames on the front cover. Maybe with like a little like vintage photograph or something in there. You know what I mean? Awesome, Denise. Well, I'm glad you're here now. Re-rang. The bell re-rang. That's funny. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's anyways. So I'll let you know. I'll let you know how this turns out, okay? These little minis. I can't promise when I'll finish all 6 of them, but I will try to do that. And I'll probably wind up putting them in my shop, or maybe I will use these in my giveaway. And maybe it'll turn out to be my 1,500 subscriber giveaway or something. Who knows? But whatever it is, I'll make it right and I'll make it special. Okay? Because I really, really, really do appreciate you guys. You have absolutely no idea how much. And yeah, so don't make me cry. So I just have a lot on my plate, and oh, anyway, and Kara, I would like to talk to you about like making like a donation to your foundation, that kind of thing. Maybe a couple of journals or something like that you could sell in your shop, and you know what I mean? And then you could sell them on me, okay? If you can, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure you could sell them. You can sell them for whatever you want. But I would be happy to donate a couple of journals to your cause, okay? Oh, you guys are super, super, super awesome. And Cool. I know, Josie, that would be awesome. I need cookies. I would love some cookies. Oh no, you sell them for whatever you think, Care. We'll talk about that separately. We'll talk about that. You should. I don't know if we're friends on Facebook, but if you think about it, you should send me a friend request maybe, or even just send me a message request on Messenger, and then we can talk about it. Okay, and I'll get your address and stuff. So, okay, Care. Yeah, it would be fun, and I would like to maybe I know that uh Shelly made she purchased one of your journal kits and stuff, and so and she made one on her live stream the other night, and that could be kind of fun. I wouldn't mind doing that too. So, and I do like the idea of doing the like telethon type of thing. So, anywho, all right, you guys. Sorry I wasn't able to like completely finish this little guy, but I hope that, it helps a little bit, and if you guys were, having concerns about what are we supposed to do, you don't have to do it just like this. This is just the way I did it. You know what I'm saying? So do whatever you want, but you just want to make sure it's that size. That's all. And you could put whatever you want on the cover. And, like I have these little guys, I'm going to tuck these into little pockets and stuff and just kind of do it up. So anyways, all right. Well, you guys take it easy. Try to stay out of trouble while I'm not watching you. Oh, and I'm gonna put a little teeny tiny little hitch post on the front of this, like I showed in my video last night. So yeah, I'm totally doing that on here. A little teeny tiny one. And then I know I just keep going. But and then I have like this little super thin like elastic cord, you know? So anyways. All right. I love you guys. Take care, okay? I'll see you on Wednesday, and we'll see what kind of trouble we can get in. Oh, thanks, Josie. You're a sweetheart. You all are. I'll do my best. Yeah, thanks, you guys. Yeah, I was just like oh my God, you could totally make your own hitch post. Right. All right. Take it easy. Love you. Thank you, Karla. Thank you, Scotty. I really appreciate you being here, and Laura and Brenda. You guys really are pretty awesome. So, all right, you guys take care. Okay, bye.